After 20 years of running a successful company, I wouldn't have such a hard time getting up on this stage, but it took me 12 years to come up here. And now my name's even up on the big banner. I'm here to tell you about the birth of our event, the birth of Sunset Sessions. It started really about 13 years ago with this woman right here. Madeline, take a bow. See this beautiful, nutty, brilliant, gorgeous woman right there, Madeline? Madeline was my partner, and she still is my best friend, and we were at a convention together, and she burst into our hotel room in the middle of the night, and she started to shake me, and she said, wake up, I have an idea. And I said, am I on the radio? Get the F out of my face. It's the middle of the night and you're drunk. And she said, no, wake up, I have an idea, I wrote it on the napkin. And I said, can we do it in the morning? And she said yes. And so in the morning, after much coffee, we sat down with a pen and some paper, and we worked out this idea. You see, we were continuously frustrated as an independent promotion firm that we would go to conventions, and our clients, the artists, just wanted to be heard. They just wanted you radio people to hear them, to give them a chance, to give them your ears. And you're being pulled in so many different directions with concerts down the street and dinners going late, and we hardly ever got to make that connection. There was one convention in particular I remember we were at, and there was a tent, and there was a chick and her guitar playing under the tent, and everybody was hungry and eating their food, outside on the lawn, and this chick strumming away to nobody. And our friend was married to the president of her label, Linda Fetter, and Linda said to Madeline and I, go get the programmers, get them under the tent. So we're like trying to, shoo everybody under this tent, and people were hungry. And thank you God, you create your own reality. It started to rain, and we all ran under the tent, and all the radio programmers ran under the tent, and we all got to see Sheryl Crow for the first time. And that's the kind of magic that we look for. That's the kind of connection that we try to make as the result of Sunset Sessions. So Madeline and I sat together and we thought, if we pick a beautiful vacation spot and we take the most adventuresome radio programmers in our format from all over the country and we put them on airplanes because they want to go to this beautiful vacation spot, and we take the up-and-coming artists of our format and of our industry and we put them together in a situation, in an environment where they're truly dedicated to each other, then we can make some magic. And thus Sunset Sessions was born. Today's our 12th, the first night of our 12th annual Sunset Sessions event, and I look around this room at some of you, and we've traveled the world together. We've really traveled the world together. We've been to Hawaii a couple times. We've been to Mexico 5 times. We've been to St. Thomas. We've been to the Bahamas. We've been to Palm Springs. This is our 3rd year at La Costa. I, with the incredible staff of MM Music, have presented you with some of the most incredible talent, from Jack Johnson to Jewel, James Blunt last year. Ziggy Marley and Roseanne Cash met for the first time together at our event in Hawaii, the 2 famous Offspring. We've had Five for Fighting and Stephen Stills and Pete Yorn. Pete Yorn played twice. I don't know if Trina's here yet, but Pete played in Mexico and then he played again in Hawaii. We had Colby Calais last year, and just on this very stage, Jason Mraz with Atlantic Records, with Brian Crono, we launched I'm Yours, MM Music, and just last week he was up for 2 Grammys. So who will be the artists that we're talking about next year? Who are going to be the ones that you look at on that agenda and you go, well, I never heard of them, or I just heard of them, but I haven't heard the record yet? That next year, my son said to me 2 months ago in the car when Jason Mraz was on his iPod, he goes, Jason played Sunset Sessions last year? It's like, yeah, who are going to be the artists that we're talking about next year? You guys decide. That's what I encourage you. We brought the music supervisors. For the last 5 years, we've had this incredible group of music supervisors coming in to join our event, to join Sunset Sessions, trying to put the puzzle pieces together. The right hand knowing what the left hand is doing, working together to break some artists. This year, you're going to get turned on to an amazing street musician from the French Quarter of New Orleans that my family and I ran across on Easter. You're going to see an artist that my daughter literally tripped upon outside a Golden Spoon, a kid playing his guitar. You're going to see some of the major labels' top priorities. You'll see artists who have been honing their talent for a decade. And you'll see indie artists that are so small that they're labels in their garage. And what I invite you to do is find the artists that thrill you. Find the artists that you love and go home and break them. Go home and play them on your radio stations. Go home and put them in your films. Put them in your television shows. Tell your friends and family about it. Because ultimately, when these artists do better, we all do better. Our industry does better. This is our livelihood. We thrive. Even in this economy, we can thrive because people love music. I'm like, why are we doing this? I'm doing this because I love the music. And I'm going to venture to say, everybody else standing there, that's why you're doing it. We love music. So find what thrills you. This isn't a chore. This isn't a like, oh yeah, I'm at attendance. This is like, who do I love? What did they say? Did their heart speak to my heart? You've heard my intention for this weekend, and now I want to hear what your intention is. What's your intention for this weekend? Let's hear it. What are you here to do? What do you want to do? You want to have fun? You want to break artists? What? Give it to me. Come on. Have fun, break artists. What else? Anybody? Anybody want to get a massage? Anybody want to get a cute picture? Anybody want to rest? Anybody want to meet some people? What are your intentions?
I'm find a great musician for the lead in my movie.
All right, he wants to find a great musician, Brett Carr, for the lead in his movie. Have an intention. Decide, what do I want from this weekend?